It is now 5:32 p.m., so the lights are going out pretty quick, and I love that red sky. I love the look of this game. Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more American Truck Simulator. No time for BS, I've modded this game to hell. And that's how we're going to play it from now on. I want to try all these different mods. The game itself obviously never really changes that much, so in order to get some like new and interesting content in, we have to kind of change it up a little bit ourselves. Now luckily, the Steam Workshop is teeming with new mods that are cool, and there's a couple mods out there that do not exist inside the workshop. I have a couple of those in. The other thing that we're doing is right now we are utilizing the beta test 1.2 version of the game. Now what that means is that there's a couple of additional things in here that weren't in there before. Most notably, we have longer yellow lights, which is a mod, but for the beta test, we have the ability to disable a couple of different things. You can disable like your rooted visor red line and stuff. It tells you when you're speeding, which is nice. The little speed sign there on the upper left-hand portion of our navigational tracker, it goes red when you speed. See right now when it dropped from 30, or when it dropped from 70 to 30, how right now it's like bright red? That's what it does. So that is really cool, and I'm so thankful that they included that because that's going to help a lot. There's a couple other things. Apparently the steering, air quotes, is much more responsive and just overall improved for the keyboard. I guess I'll find out whether that's true or not since I'm a keyboard user. And then on top of that, there's a couple of mods that we've installed. Now the first and most obvious one is that we are in a winter wonderland right now, and I think it looks pretty darn cool. This is a winter mod. It changes all the landscapes and there have you to winter stylized ones. It also supports snow, which I would be interested to see. Apparently if it rains or whatever, it snows instead. That would be really cool. And I'm curious if there's like little snow banks and stuff as we start driving. Let's get on the highway. I've got us a job all lined up. We're going to a new city today, Oxnard, which we have not opened up yet. Now I can already tell it's a little bit more difficult to see the yellow lines when it's nice and snowy outside, and that's pretty true to the realities of life. We had a loan payment that was made, so we are down on funds. We need to go ahead and make some cash because one of the things that of course we're going to want to do is attempt to pick up that new engine. Now, another mod that I had installed was additional engines and realistic engine sounds. So I'm curious exactly how that's going to work out, what they sound like, how different they are. I think it's going to be cool though, and I'd be really happy to have a couple of different engine choices outside of, the 3 or however many that you get just having the normal game. On top of that, like I had said, I downloaded Yellow Lights Last Longer because everyone knows Gray needs that. Oh man. They go from 2.5 or 2 seconds, I think it is, to 4.5 seconds, which is so much better. Oh, I can't wait for that. And I also downloaded realistic, I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's like Realistic Brands or Realistic America or something like that. And basically what that does is make it so that all of the different little things, that was a helicopter! All the different little brands and stuff we see are going to be real. So instead of like a Walbert, it's going to be a Walmart. And instead of like Action Sports or something like that, I don't know what that would be. Like Sports Authority? I'm not really sure. But I'm curious to see all the different things that change in the world with these upcoming mods. Hopefully we don't get any crashes and things work out good. Now, the snow, I'm liking it. Now, I'm a big fan of snow too. I don't know about you guys, but I love that uniformity. We have to get around this guy. I love that uniformity and like the sterile white nature, that look of snow. That's so neat, and I'm such a big fan of it. So This mod is one that, you know, pretty much you could slap almost anything together and I'd probably like it. I do like how, if you notice, there's like little tire marks where cars have a tendency to travel, so the snow is lighter there. I think that's pretty neat and realistic. What I'd like to see is like maybe like some snow banks or something, if there are some snow plows that like have to plow the snow and stuff. Now that might be asking for a little bit too much. We're almost up to 80 miles an hour here, and that is awesome. There we go. We'll go ahead and cruise control right here at 80 miles an hour. We do have some traffic in front of us, so I don't want to catch up too fast. We've got 575 miles, and I think we're gonna... Okay, now, do you see there how we came into a 65 zone? And the only reason I noticed that was because my indicator got red, and that is why I am happy that they added that as an addition to the game. I think that that's going to be super helpful for pretty much everyone that plays, and especially people that love getting speeding tickets like yours truly. Other than that, as usual, I will always say that the clouds and the sky and the environment in this game is lovely, and I really have to give... I wonder if the signs are realistic too. I'm going to have to take a look at that. If there's like the different signs that you might see, if they're real buildings instead of like fake buildings. I really have to hand it to the developer on this game. In a sea of, how do I say it? A sea of simulators right now that's out there. Oh, we've cranked it up to 80 miles an hour. Let's try and gain some speed here. In a sea of simulators, these guys have really done a bang up job with their games. These games are just head and shoulders above a lot of the other simulators I've seen, and believe me, I've seen some pretty rough ones. I had flashbacks. They were so hard. The flashbacks were so bad I got tongue-tied. I saw some individual do a... Oh god, it was like a cooking simulator or like a own your own restaurant simulator. Sweet baby Jesus, that was the worst thing that I have seen in a long time. It was bad. I mean, just the people in the restaurant looked like they were cut and pasted out of some sort of bobblehead game. The different little quotes and stuff that they said while they were sitting there made no sense. I don't know if it was because the developer didn't speak English or what, but they would just say random things like, they'd be like, heavy, and another person would be like, okay, well, and another person would be like, tomatoes. Like, it had absolutely nothing to do with anything, and it wasn't even full sentences. Oh boy. Ooh, let's slow down a little bit here. I know how quickly things can get out of hand. There we are. None of it made any sense. It was just totally random blah. It didn't have anything to do with anything. Trying to grill all the different items in the restaurant. Man, there was stuff flying all over the place. There was vegetables and sausages that it was like trying to cook on the moon. There was like no gravity in the game. Stuff was flying everywhere. It was insane. It was like playing old school Max Payne bullet time style, only instead of bullets and terrorists, there were sausages and hamburgers flying about. There was like a weird pink mist that just enshrouded the entire area. I don't even know what that was. I don't even think the guy playing the game knew what that was. I don't know if that was supposed to be smoke or what, but it didn't make any sense. It was so horrible. Anyway, and then I saw another one. It was like the Tea Party simulator. Oh man. I mean, I get that the simulation train is making some people a lot of money, but I don't know if I'd ever play a Tea Party simulator. I know that, you know, some things are just meant to be funny and to be just have a lot of comedic value to it, like the Goat Simulator. But the Tea Party Simulator didn't really seem to have that kind of comedic value to it at all. It just didn't seem like there was enough substance. And it seemed like what was supposed to be funny was just stuff done poorly. Okay. See, now we've went, oh wow, down to 30. What is this? Slow way down, way down. There we go. We do not want to get ourselves any speeding tickets. In fact, let's go. Oh, and it goes right up to 65. Well, thanks a bunch. It looks also, and I didn't see this as one of the objects that were fixed in the game, but if it is one of the objects, I mean, bravo to the development team. It looks like the speed limit signs are appropriately represented for truckers now. So instead of a 65 zone being calculated as a 55 zone for truckers, it looks like a 65 zone is in fact a 65 zone. Now, I haven't driven enough to know whether or not that is true, like if that's a thing or not, but if it is, bravo! I mean, I would clap my hands, but I'm trying to drive, and I don't feel like crashing into the guardrail or this car that's coming up on our left-hand side. So, the developers of the game, doing a great job. Let's go ahead and get our lights clicked on here. Let's see, there we go. One of the things I'm going to download, I haven't downloaded it yet, but there's a thing called, like, realistic lighting. I think supposedly it gives the truck, like the actual little blinkers on the truck and the various different highlights that trucks have so that people know when like they're crossing the street late at night so they don't end up T-boning the truck. I think it's got like a better accurate representation of those lights. I'd be interested to see what those look like. So, we're back here at Casino 93 for Blackjack. A casino and a gas station. That makes sense. Whatever. There's a weigh station there as well. We haven't had to weigh anything in quite some time. I'm actually really happy about that because it takes a lot of effort and time to weigh stuff. We're coming up on 4:15 p.m. It looks like the days, like the sun sets a lot earlier with the winter mod on. I think that's pretty cool because at least where I'm at. Oh, man. Look at this. We actually have to do a weigh station. I just got done talking about that, too. That's crazy. 15 miles an hour. Ooh. All right. Well, let's slow way down. Now, I think that 15 mile an hour sign is new, too, because I remember, like, coming in here at, like, 65 or something like that and thinking to myself, man, I'm probably coming in a little too hot. Alright, to pass inspection, hit the old enter key. Thank you for your cooperation. Holy cow, the gross vehicle weight, 72,000, almost 73,000 pounds. Holy crap. We weigh 36 tons? That's pretty substantial, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if we can get out of here. Okay, good, we're back up to 80 miles an hour because I was speeding pretty badly. Let's go ahead and pull in right away. Cars will stop for us if we're in front of them, but man alive, if you're not in front, they sure as hell won't let you into traffic. Oh! Another thing that they added, I had to mention this because I'm so happy for this too, is they have added left turn signals, guys. Oh man! Finally, you can get the left turn arrow on a green light, and then oncoming traffic has to stop because you have the left green turn arrow. Holy crap, getting over that hill was super tough for us. Oh, I can't wait for this new engine. I know I sound like a broken record about it, but Jesus, I'm hoping to see some real differences once we install it. I haven't seen any money recently coming from Jay-Z or anything, so we'll have to go ahead and make sure that we're managing all of our guys correctly as well. I know that when I installed these mods, it said like, you know, your truck has been taken off the road and any jobs that you have that are unfinished have been canceled. You haven't been penalized, and your truck has been brought to like a safe area or something like that, which is basically the garage that we've expanded on. So I don't know if Emily and Jay-Z also have been taken off the road or what. I'll have to check on that in a little bit here. 394 miles, we're making okay time. The only issue is we've had a couple of stops that we've had to go through where things really end up slowing down. Coming up to 60 miles an hour. We got 80 mile an hour roadways here, so I'm hoping that now that we have some decently flat land here, we're able to get a little bit of speed up. Coming through Truckee, which, oh, it's only 55 miles an hour here, actually. Let's go ahead and hit the old brakes a little bit and probably throw on the cruise control right at 55. There we go. We're set now. Going through Truckee, it doesn't look like we'll be stopping or anything. Looks like we're just going to be passing through. It is now 5:32 p.m., so the lights are going out pretty quick. And I love that red sky. I love the look of this game. This game looks so good. And I have to say, the winter mod, like, it's not perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it would be even better if there was a little bit more variation, so to speak. And I do see some. It looks like there is, like, if you see there on the breakdown lane, it looks like there is some variation there, and I do appreciate that. I would just like to see maybe, I don't know, maybe like I said, like some snowdrift piles. Or, now we haven't seen any snow yet, although to be fair, it hasn't even rained in the game since we've started. I've been pretty surprised at that. We haven't faced any kind of precipitation at all. It seems a little weird. I would love to see some snow, though. That would be really cool. 342 miles here. Says that we're going to be arriving early in the morning. We've made some pretty good time, too, because I remember originally we were supposed to arrive at, like, I don't know, it was like 4 o'clock or 4:30 or something, so we've been doing great. See, now right here, there's a cool break in the snow, but it's not, it happens kind of quick, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really sure why that break was there. Now we're starting to gain a lot of speed because we're going downhill, so I have to kind of pump the brakes now and again to keep us from going way too fast. Looks like we're getting off at this exit, and I've got to keep myself on the brakes. We don't have a retarder, so if I don't kind of keep this in check, we will go over the speed limit. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and keep on past this, and we'll be going through this overpass over here. Right back onto the road, right back onto the freeway, which is good, though. All right, let's make sure there's no one in that lane. There is not. Now, this is a hard turn, so let's get down to, like, 30 to do this. There we go. That should be a lot better for us. Going around these things, I mean, it can get out of hand really fast. If there's anyone that knows that better than anyone, it's me. I think I've hit enough things in this game at this point. That's cool how there's like ice on that banister there. That was pretty neat. All right, let's get over if we can. There we are. Going past Truckee, 55 miles an hour. We're doing pretty good, guys. I think we're going to be moving right along on this. I hope that you're enjoying this cool winter setting that we have, as well as these different mods. I'm really happy with these mods so far. I think I'll continue to download more in the future and kind of just change up the overall look of the game. Loving it. Anyway, guys, stay foxy and much love.